Hi, have you ever sent a message and instantly regretted it? Or replied to an email and realized you copied the wrong people? In today's digital world, how you communicate online matters just as much as what you say. In this lesson, you will learn how to interact responsibly on social media and use email the right way, both personally and professionally. Going to be the last lesson for our lesson 5 of our IC3 Digital Literacy GS6 Level 1. And I think we've come far, okay? So once we finish with communication, we move on to collaboration. We look at safety and security. And with the knowledge and understanding of all the 7 domains, you can confidently walk into any certified authorized testing center to take your level 1 exam. And if you need guidance, just get in touch with me and I'll coach you on how to do it. So you try to comment on Instagram, but you cannot. Why? Because you need an account or some content requires permission or following. And I believe you've come across this on a few occasions. So the key idea is you must have access, that is an account to interact online. So if you see a post and you are not part of the platform, you can only see just a tiny weeny bit of the person's profile. But if you want to see more, you will need to sign up for an account. So that is how you can access digital platforms. Then you share your thoughts on a trending topic online. Okay. Posting means sharing messages, images, links, and videos. So when you say I'm posting, that is essentially what you are doing. And it is similar to posting on a notice board. But online is equal to what? Controlled audience. So you decide who sees your post, who can comment, and who can share. So we've got some privacy settings which we can get into it when we get to level 2. But level 1 is all about knowing these stuff. So you choose who sees your content. And someone can disagree with you online. So you need to think before you respond. So you don't need to start an argument with a person that is so wrong. And you respond respectfully. You don't use your emotions because whatever you put online stays there forever. So the key rule here is be respectful, avoid online arguments as much as you can. If you think it doesn't need your attention, don't even respond. Yeah? Then represent yourself well because that is your digital identity. Okay? And we treated that under digital citizenship. And you need to also respect diversity online. So you see a post that conflicts with your beliefs. So you need to understand we live in a global village. People are different. Cultures differ, varies across regions, countries, beliefs, opinions. And the best practice here is to don't judge, be inclusive, and respect others' view, just as you do when you confront a person. And it's sad to see the young guys disrespecting people, elderly people, because they have access to social media. You need to be very careful. Then we've got inclusive communication. You're addressing a global audience. You use language that includes everyone, avoids offensive terms, and shows respect. So digital communication equates to global audience. And you need to understand that there are people I've come across, I've tutored that I've not even seen in person. So you need to have that, good digital identity for people to trust you. Okay. So let's look at a case study. Your friend recently opened a food truck business and has asked you about digital communication platforms that will best help her build a brand and keep customers up to date. Which of these platforms would be most effective for your friend to use for sharing her food truck location schedule, posting images of her new dishes, and letting customers tag and share photos with their friends? So we've got LinkedIn, Facebook, Snapchat, Pinterest. So what's the answer? If you're thinking it's Facebook now, you are right. Well done. Congrats. Now let's look at email communication and why it matters. So you receive an email at work. So usually if it's at work, it means you need to be professional about it. And your response reflects your professionalism. And most people do not know how to do that. So we're going to learn how to do that. I would recommend the communication skills for business certification from Certipo. Check that out. Then I can provide mentoring or mentorship to help you go through the program successfully. Then if you want to reply, we've got options. So if you see reply within an email, you tap on it, you are responding to the sender only. That is the meaning of that particular button. Then if you say reply all, then respond to everyone, which you need to use carefully. Then if you want to forward, then send message to someone new. That is it. Then understanding the recipient. So we have the two, the main person or persons you are sending that particular email to. Then we have the CC, which is the carbon copy, others informed. So no reply expected from those you put in the CC. Okay. Then BCC is what? Blind carbon copy. So with a blind carbon copy, you hide the recipient and others can't see the BCC names, but the BCC would see whom you've sent the email to. So take note of that, okay? So we've got a scenario here. So if you to direct communication, then the CC is to inform manager or team. Then BCC is protect privacy, which is mass email. Then let's look at another case study. You want to share a special savings event email you received with all your customers. Which email option will be the most appropriate? Okay, so is it CC to BCC and forward? You want to share. So what do? BCC, because you don't want the other customers getting to know the emails of the other customers. You need to protect their privacy. Okay. So the key takeaway here is always think before posting, respect others online, use the right email options, and be professional in communication. Then a quick check here is what is posting? When should you use BCC? Why is respect, beg your pardon, why is respect important online? So our final thought, your digital behavior is your digital identity. Communicate wisely. That's it. So learn more about the Certiport's IC3 Global Standard 6 from certiport.com/IC3. You can head over to my shop if you need a guide from CCI Learning, and I'll get that for you in about 24 hours. So I appreciate you staying tuned and learning, going through this journey with me. And I hope these bits and pieces of nuggets will help you stay relevant, be confident with the use of computers, and eventually help you pass the certification exam. If you've not subscribed, please do comment, share, give me some feedback. Let me know if I'm doing well or not and what I can do to make it better for you. See you in the next lesson, and bye-bye for now. God bless.